TomoNews presents... Ew, don't eat that!
UK mom finds spider that causes 4-hour erections living in her bananas. This is the Brazilian wandering spider, the most poisonous spider in the world, and also the new resident of your Tesco bananas. A mother in the UK was about to give her 6-year-old a snack when she spotted an enormous spider nest. She watched in horror as the cocoon started unfurling and was able to identify the deadly spider. And if she hadn't, well, a bite from the Brazilian wandering spider can cause painful erections that last up to 4 hours. Its poison also messes with your sensory nerves, resulting in acute pain and inflammation. And finally, a single bite can cause loss of muscle control, paralysis, and eventual asphyxiation. But this smart mama managed to avoid all those things by chucking the bananas in the freezer. Tesco's reported response to the whole thing was a little too mellow. Oh, you and your 6-year-old nearly met a slow and painful death? Well, just take the bananas back to the store then.
Worms found in KFC chicken wings. If you're eating right now, do yourself a favor and put down your food before you watch this. Authorities in India shut down a KFC after they verified a complaint that worms were found in their chicken in October 2012. Now, a woman in China, identified only by her surname Lu, found the same creepy crawlers wiggling in her leftover chicken wings that she bought from a Guangzhou KFC. Miss Lu told Hong Kong's Apple Daily that she and her children ordered takeout from KFC Saturday afternoon. After a few hours, she went to finish the food and found tiny white worms squirming around on her New Orleans-style chicken wings. Lu immediately contacted the media. One reporter came by, cut open one of the chicken wings, and found 6 or 7 live worms in the meat. They waited till the manager turned up at the greasy chicken shop to file a complaint, but Miss Lu was only compensated with a refund and another free combo meal. Seriously? Lu found the response unacceptable. She didn't even receive an apology from the manager. A spokesman for the KFC restaurant told the reporter that the chicken wings were grilled on high heat and there were no problems with the food processing or the management.
Sewing needles and pills found embedded in Halloween candy. Police across the U.S. are urging parents to check all uneaten Halloween candy after complaints were made throughout the country about foreign objects found inside of them. A Philadelphia man that was checking the candy his children acquired while trick-or-treating on Saturday night discovered a sewing needle inside a Twix chocolate candy bar. On Sunday afternoon, a 12-year-old boy turned in a Twix candy bar that also had a needle embedded in it to the police. A total of 5 Twix candy bars given out on Saturday in the Stenning Hills area around South Union Street and West South Street were found with needles inside. Just before Halloween, on October 24th, an Ohio girl reportedly found a razor blade inside her Snickers candy bar. Needles were also reported inside a piece of Twizzlers candy in Maryland, while pills were discovered lodged inside candy in Alberta, Canada. No injuries have been reported. Police are investigating whether the candy was intentionally tampered with before being given to children, or if the items were placed inside them during the manufacturing process.
Yes, there's a photo. A Michigan mother may be looking to quit fast food as a New Year's resolution after discovering her fish sandwich came with extra protein. After getting McDonald's takeout on Wednesday night, the woman took a bite out of her filet-o-fish before picking it apart as part of her usual routine. While inspecting the deep-fried patty, she found a worm weaved between the fish and its breading. Ew! The woman went back to the store to complain, but they could only offer her a refund and a corporate number to call. She declined the refund, as well as an attempt to take the tainted sandwich away, supposedly for testing. Instead, the woman stored the wormy patty in her freezer for safekeeping. McDonald's corporate seems to have made contact, though whether or not the issue has been resolved remains unclear.
Dead rodent found in Subway sandwich in Oregon. Finding something nasty and unexpected in your food at a restaurant is the last thing you want. When Jay Armstead and Matt Jones went to the Subway restaurant in Lincoln City, Oregon for their lunch break, they were shocked to find a rodent in the spinach of a sandwich. Jones documented the incident by snapping a picture, and a Subway employee gave them a full refund. Following the discovery of a rodent in the spinach, the entire contaminated stock was disposed of, and the restaurant passed a health check. Unfortunately, for previous customers, they unknowingly ate spinach that came in contact with the rodent, which is believed to have gotten into the sandwich from the bagged spinach rather than coming from somewhere inside the restaurant. Jones reportedly called Subway headquarters customer service to complain and ask that other customers be notified about the rodent, but he said they laughed and said that would be impossible. Cheryl Connell, director of Lincoln County Health and Human Services, said that although it's not very appetizing, the risk of someone getting sick from eating spinach from the same bin as a rodent is pretty low.
Mom discovers maggots in son's KFC fried chicken. It's a fast food nightmare as frightening as it gets. On October 10th, a concerned mother posted this video to YouTube of her son's fried chicken meal, courtesy of none other than the Colonel. On October 2nd, she took the 5-year-old boy to a KFC in West Helena, Arkansas, for a bucket of fried chicken. Shortly after the meal, the boy began gagging and vomiting, and she rushed him to the hospital with a bout of food poisoning. She must have held on to the meal, and for good reason. After inspecting the meal, she noticed little fly eggs inside the meat. By the next day, the eggs had hatched into a full-blown explosion of maggots. Ew. In response to the mother's claims, KFC released a statement saying it was highly unlikely the contamination happened in its restaurant. The company pointed to the fact a health inspector had come by days earlier and had taken a good look around the location for anything that would be of concern. KFC also noted that its cooking methods would also make it practically impossible for the eggs to survive the scorching hot temperatures the dead birds are put through. That being said, how much are you craving a finger-licking good drumstick right about now?
UK granny discovers dead mouse in bowl full of Kellogg's cornflakes. This probably wasn't the prize Portsmouth resident Pauline Henderson's grandson was expecting when his grandmother poured him a bowl of cereal. But that's apparently just what the 2-year-old got, courtesy of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Henderson claimed she was serving little Toby the most important meal of the day early one morning, when she caught sight of the lifeless carcass of a tiny little mouse. Luckily, her discovery came just in the nick of time before Toby could enjoy an extra crunchy spoonful. No word from Kellogg's as to how exactly something like this could have happened. But feel free to leave your best guesses in the comments. Here's ours.
Woman finds rodent baked into Chick-fil-A sandwich. Been having a craving for Chick-fil-A? Probably not for long. A woman in Pennsylvania is taking the fast food chain to task after discovering an unwanted extra topping baked into her chicken sandwich. Yummy! Last November, 46-year-old Ellen Manfaluti and her co-worker were sitting down for their lunch break, courtesy of Chick-fil-A. When Manfaluti took a bite, she felt something funny, but figured the bun was just really badly burnt. It didn't take long for her to realize she'd just tasted rodent. Apparently, the whiskers and tail were what tipped her off. Horrified, Manfaluti had the bun sent in for testing, and sure enough, lab reports confirmed the sandwich bun consisted of a small mouse or rat that appeared fried. Her lawyer has since reached out to Chick-fil-A, but claims the company has only responded by referring him to its insurance company. Chick-fil-A's owner, Dave Heffernan, has stated he won't comment on the allegations while an investigation is underway. Manfaluti claims she's been having recurring nightmares and is now seeking $50,000 in damages for her pain, suffering, emotional distress, sleeplessness, anxiety, and PTSD. If you think she's got it bad, just imagine, that poor little rat became his own last meal. So, you still craving Chick-fil-A? Didn't think so.
Waiter, there's a frog in my salad.
An animal lover from Southern California was hopping mad when she found an unexpected source of protein in her food. The woman, a strict vegetarian with meat allergies, had an unforgettable experience while eating an organic salad she bought at Target. Fearing she may have accidentally eaten some tiny frogs, the woman rushed to the bathroom and blew some organic chunks. Even worse though, the woman and her husband then thought the motionless frog had croaked it. Luckily, however, the husband performed CPR on the frog and brought the little guy back to life. The Kermitted couple now have adopted the frog as a pet and named him Lucky. And it's lucky for Lucky he didn't end up in a salad bought by a Frenchman. They'd be queuing around the block if Target opened a salad bar in France. Target offered the woman a $5 gift voucher as compensation. She says that doesn't even cover the cost of the salad. Guess you should have told them to hop it.
Bangkok Airways has formally apologized to 2 passengers who found a cockroach's leg on the side of one of their fruit bowls. According to Bangkok Air Catering, the cockroach likely entered the area where food was packaged. This was probably where the cockroach's leg was squished under a wrapper before being transported onto a Bangkok Airways plane. Luckily, the passenger noticed the insect's limb before putting any food in her mouth. But the big question is, where did the rest of the cockroach go?